Alright, YouTubers, Rich here from 2RC Productions with a new unit. My wife surprised me with a new RC for Christmas. I'm wondering if you can guess what it is. I'm going to give you a couple guesses. Ready? I'll give you a couple hints. It's light, bright green. It's made by Axial. It's a trail truck, scale rig. Yep, you guessed it. The SCX 10 Deadbolt. And it's all mine. It's in my hobby room now. Unboxed. I drove it a little bit this weekend. And I cannot say how awesome, or I should say I can't say enough how awesome this truck is. Everything that I've ever read about it, heard about it, not enough. Way, way, way more above and beyond what everyone has ever said about this thing. Freaking awesome. Not only does it look awesome standing still, just sitting here, but when you drive this thing, it is completely different than anything that I've driven. I've been wanting one of these for like 2 years, going back and forth, and I just never pulled the trigger. And finally my wife got tired of me talking about this darn thing, and she went and bought it for me. She made the decision, and I am thrilled for that. So anyway, the way this thing handles, the way it runs, it looks like a real truck driving. It's just phenomenal. The scale details, the interior, the guy, the 5 LED light bar bucket. I mean, everything about it is awesome. The Poison Spider front bumper. I got to paint the shackles. I'm going to mount the shackles on there. I put some automotive decals that I had on there. I got a rear bumper coming for it. I ordered an LED light kit for it. Comes with the 2.4 gigahertz AX3 radio, which is awesome. It's probably the best ready-to-run radio that I've seen. I mean, just really, really nice for ready-to-run radio. So anyway, I am extremely excited about this. My wife told me a couple days before that she was getting me this, and I couldn't sleep for like 3 nights because I was sitting there thinking about this SCX 10 Deadbolt. It's got this body that's not licensed, but it's a cross between a Ford Bronco, classic Bronco, and an International Scout. And the reason I say that it could be an International Scout is because it looks very similar body line, but the wheelbase is a lot longer than a Bronco would be. An International Scout has a longer wheelbase, so. But regardless, they nailed it with this body because it looks phenomenal. So I'm going to pull the body off right here and give you a look at the chassis. I mean, you've seen SCX 10s before, but this one's mine, so I'm going to show you it again. It's got an all-metal frame like a real vehicle. It's got the 27-turn brush motor, sealed transmission. I got the 3,000 milliamp nickel metal hydride battery on there. I was getting like 1.5 run times out of this with the LEDs on there. I had the LEDs hooked up, and then I ended up giving that kit to Ryan for his Vitera. But even with the LEDs on, I mean, 1.5 run times, phenomenal. I tuned the suspension up a little bit. It's got threaded bodies. I ran them down because I don't like the loose suspension. I don't like the tires collapsing into the fender wells. So even when mine is completely articulated, it's got like 3/16 of an inch still from hitting the body, which is good because I don't like them crashing in. It's got the rack sliders, sealed radio box. I mean, just a quality vehicle. I mean, this is a little bit different than your starter vehicle. You're in the $300 range, you know, for an electric ready to run. And I mean, you're getting up there in price. $300 is it's not chump change. It's a lot of money to spend on a toy. And the quality is definitely there, though. You could tell when you pick this thing up and you look at it, when you run it, you could tell that it's definitely well built. Obviously, that's why Axial has such a good reputation, because they make quality stuff. So anyway, I did one modification on this right off the bat, and I want to show you this because just to give you a side-by-side comparison. The stock wheels come just a flat black, just kind of cheap, drab, cheap plastic looking. You know, they're imitation bead locks. Well, they have the imitation bead lock there, but you can't even really tell by looking at it. It just looks like a solid black wheel. So I wanted to dress them up a little bit. So what I did was I took some gray paint and I painted the imitation bead locks gray. I painted the center caps gray, and I painted the lug nuts gray. And then what I did was I cleared over the whole wheel. So the clear is over the bead locks, the center caps, and the whole wheel itself, and it made the wheel nice and shiny. And I think it just gives it a completely different appearance. It looks like the 2012 Jeep Wrangler Rubicon wheel. And I think it changes the whole appearance of the Deadbolt. It really makes the wheel pop, and it really looks good against the body. I think it looks fantastic. I mean, just a completely different look. So I'm not going to go too crazy with this truck. I might modify this cage in the back. This is kind of too much business going on back here. I don't know if I want to keep all that. I might cut some of them out, maybe mount my GoPro in the back so I can get some footage on the trails. But I am extremely excited about this truck, probably more excited than I've been for any kit that I've ever had, to be honest with you. I mean, other than when I was a kid and I got my first Tamiya Hornet. This is probably the next one. So, I hope the truck holds up well. I think it will. I mean, Axial has a great reputation, but just wanted to share this with you guys. I know there's a lot of videos out there with the SCX 10, and there's a few with the Deadbolt. It's a newer vehicle, but there is some out there. But I was excited to show you guys my SCX 10 Deadbolt. So rate, subscribe, comment. Until next time, Rich here, and we'll see you again.